And we have safely arrived for another exciting week of local television entertainment, local television information, and local television. It is Monday, the 6th day of December 2021. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope you took us along wherever you went. Of course, reportable. We stream whatever's being broadcast over the air and on the local cable outlets. We're also running it on our website. So I hope you had a good chance to enjoy us over the weekend. We're back at it again. It's chilly. It's 28 degrees. Winter is back after, taking a couple of weeks off. Forecast details are coming up. Passes right now are not particularly pleasant, especially I-90. Chains have required an I-90. It's snowing on all the major mountain passes. We'll take you up there. News, lots of news, including Eric had a chance to go to Hooked on Toys on Saturday afternoon. We talked about this all last week. Santa arrived via helicopter. Eric was there with his camera. I'll have a report on that, plus all the other news that you get to. Sports, it's been since October 31st, Halloween, since the Seahawks won a football game. But the Seahawks won a football game. They beat the Niners at Lumen Field. The Kraken had a good weekend. The Wenatchee Wild did not. And we'll have their latest high school sports schedule and scores as well from over the weekend. Everything else you need to get going, we'll have that to you as well. And once again, we had a chance late last week, to drop by and visit our friends at the NCESD, the North Central Educational Services District, because this week is Computer Science Education Week. They got something planned every night, all week long. The NCESD. We'll talk to our good friend Tami McBride, and Stefan Troutman will be joining us as well. We'll have that conversation in the back half of the program. Shall we begin our festivities? We were looking at the cameras earlier today. There is some snow out there. It was snowing up in the Lake Chelan area in some locations. It was snowing on Blag. Let's see what we have out here. And there will be continued snowfall in the mountains. We're still a ways from sunrise. We're a half hour from sunrise, which is why it's dark. Sunrise this morning, 7:33. Sunset this afternoon at 4:10. That's 8 hours and 37 minutes of daylight, but the first day of winter is still a couple weeks away. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. Let's see where we're off to. Let's see if we can find we got some clouds and some fog, and we have the monitor camera turned back towards the Wenatchee Valley. You can see the traffic on that long, straight stretch of highway heading to and fro between Wenatchee and Dryden and Cashmere and Monitor, and a little bit of Sleepy Hollow there, the Horse Lake Preserve. And you can see the cross, I think, if you squint. You can see it off into the distance there from our monitor camera, looking back down towards the Wenatchee Valley. Camera 3. Uriah wants to visit Jump Off Ridge, and by golly, we have done just that. Beautiful view from a beautiful area of the Wenatchee Valley. You can see Painmore Memorial Airport. It's lit up pretty good. And the entirety of the East Wenatchee area and the East Wenatchee Bench, all the way up to Badger Mountain. And Camera 4. Omi Gardens pays us a visit. Again, look directly across to the Wenatchee Heights area from that camera. You can see the cross all lit up. Of course, they switched out the old-fashioned halogen lights to LED lights in the summertime, and that's why it's so much more brightly lit, so much more blingy than the old lights were. And we say good morning to the north end of town from our camera abutting Omi Gardens. Weather, we got a lot of it. First of all, take a look at where you live. Here's your snow today. As you can see, for a pretty good swath of our viewing area, we're not going to get much snow. The mountains are going to get most of it. Obviously, a little bit of snow up in the Methow Valley. We understand it's snowing lightly in Omak right now, and a little bit of light snow even in Dryden right now. But it's not going to last very long. As you can see, we have that large area where we're not going to get any snow, at least today. And if we get any snow, it's not going to last particularly long. We had some light snow coming down early on Sunday morning. That didn't last particularly long. Let's talk about snow in the mountains. Lots of it. Take a look at where your travel plans could be. Yeah, Stevens could get anywhere from 10, 12 to 15 inches of snow. Most of this Tuesday through Thursday. They have some snow right now, and it should be tapering off before the noon hour today. Then it should be dry most of the day on Tuesday until we get to Tuesday night. And then it's going to snow pretty good. Tuesday night, pretty much all day Wednesday, and right on in to Thursday, because all the snow from those record-setting warm temperatures pretty much melted it all away. Mother Nature is playing catch-up now. And a heads up on Wednesday, going to be a little on the breezy side. in many locations. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, we could see a gust at 25 to 30 miles an hour. Almost everybody in our viewing area is going to be dealing with some wind on Wednesday. Wanted to give you a heads up on that. That's the next system that comes in that's going to give all that snow to the mountains. It's also going to bring us gusty conditions here in north central Washington. We're also going to cool down quite a bit too, back to where we should normally be after that unseasonably warm weather. So, without further ado, from the National Weather Service, here we go. We're going to see some sun breaks later on today. We'll warm up to right around 36 or 37. Our normal high this time of the year is 36 degrees, so we'll be right at normal. Whatever snow we get will come down this morning, and I don't think we're going to get any here in the Wenatchee Valley. 30 for the overnight low tonight. This is also going to be the time of the year when you start seeing that patchy fog develop in the overnight hours, and it'll take a little while for it to burn off. It will burn off Tuesday, and we'll get up to about close to 40 degrees under patchy fog and light wind. Overnight Thursday is the next system that comes in. 33 for the overnight low, and what's that going to mean for us? The snow level is going to go all the way down to 1,400 feet by Wednesday afternoon, but the system that's coming in is going to peter itself out with the snow. It's going to be relegated pretty much to the mountain passes and the upper elevations. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, not much. As you can see, we're going to warm up to 45 degrees Wednesday, and again, it's going to be quite windy at times Wednesday as the next system comes in. It's going to be hanging around Wednesday night into Thursday as it blows out of here. Sunshine, mild temperatures, about 44 on Thursday. We'll take that. Next chance of a little bit of light snow, Friday night. Kind of a rain-snow mix possible at times, but as you can see, quite mild. Again, the afternoon high, the average afternoon high this time of the year is right around 37 degrees, so we're still a little bit above normal as we get towards the back half of the week. Over the weekend, active but mild weather expected for the Wenatchee Valley. All right, 7 minutes after the hour, your past report brought to you by D.A. Davidson, the strength of a trusted partner and personalized solutions to meet your financial needs. Member SIPC. It's snowing on all the major mountain passes. That's a live shot of Stevens Pass right now. Traction tires are advised. It is snowing with compact snow and ice on the roadway. So there you go. Blewett Pass, it's snowing. You got traction tires advised there. That's a live shot of Blewett. We just took it. Traction tires advised, compact snow and ice on the roadway. Also, you'll find some pockets of freezing rain at times as you traverse Blewett Pass this morning. Again, traction tires are advised there. I-90 is a blucky mess. They have a chain requirement on all cars, unless all-wheel drive, that is in both directions. It is snowing, and it is snowing pretty hard. Traction tires advised on Stevens, advised on Blewett, and chains are required on I-90. Now, they're going to get anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of snow today, but it should be petering out, as I mentioned before, about 11 o'clock or noon today. They'll be done with the snow. And then no snow tonight and no snow for most of the day on Tuesday. Tuesday night is when the next band comes through, 1 to 3 inches of snow on Tuesday night for the mountain passes. Wednesday, pretty much a snowy day up there. 3 to 5 inches of snow on Wednesday, an additional 3 to 5 inches of snow for the mountain passes Wednesday night, and then 2 to 4 more inches of snow on Thursday. So by the time Friday rolls around, anywhere from 9 to 18 inches of fresh white snow in the Cascades can be expected. If you have to drive over the mountains today, give it a couple hours so the plows can get the job done. Again, it's going to stop snowing here shortly. To recap, traction tires advised on Stevens, it is snowing. Advised on Blewett, it is snowing. Change required on Snoqualmie Pass. It is snowing. 9 minutes after the hour, a 1-minute break, and then your Monday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel. Ho, ho, ho. Santa wants you to shop at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. They have a huge variety of fun Christmas items in their Christmas cottage. There's so much to choose from, and it changes day to day. Santas and snowmen, holiday dishes and decor, village pieces and ornaments. To add to your collection or start something new, you can't beat the prices. What's old is new again for you in the Christmas cottage at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, you know, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
High clouds, 28 degrees. We'll see some sun breaks this afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 30s. Pretty quiet weather today and Tuesday. Then things get active on Wednesday with quite a bit of wind and a gradual warming trend with lots of snow expected in the Cascades. 10 minutes after the hour, we begin with this story. Wenatchee High School canceled in-person classes on Friday morning after the district received an anonymous email saying someone will be bringing a gun to the high school. Wenatchee Police Sergeant Nathan Hahn said the email was sent overnight. It was read by district staff on Friday morning. The high school then announced it would be shifting to remote learning. On Friday, Hahn said the email was not specific about what allegedly would be happening. He said the school resource officers are working to discover where exactly that email came from. A Chelan County judge set aside a plea agreement that would have meant a short jail term and 12 months probation for a man who assaulted his former girlfriend. 20-year-old Trey Michael Haberlock will instead serve nearly 2 years in jail, followed by 3 years of supervised release. Haberlock pled guilty in September to second-degree assault and misdemeanor harassment. Sheriff's deputies say he struck the woman in the face and threatened her with a knife during a drive from Wenatchee to Ellensburg. Now, he was initially charged with kidnapping, but prosecutors later revised the charges in passing the sentence on Thursday. Superior Court Judge Robert Jordan said Haberlock appeared to blame the victim for his own actions. The Washington State Supreme Court said on Friday it will not redraw the state's voting districts. The High Court said the Washington Redistricting Commission, quote, met the constitutional deadline, end quote, to create new congressional and legislative maps that will govern the next 10 years of elections. The decision means Chelan and Douglas counties will now be in separate state legislative districts. Chelan County will remain in the 12th district, Douglas in the 7th district, which will include most of northeast Washington. State Senator Brad Hawkins, he remains inside the 12th district, but just barely. His East Wenatchee neighborhood is inside the very edge of the map for the 12th district. The most of East Wenatchee, by the way, will also move out of the 8th congressional district and into the heavily rural 4th congressional district. Keeping a vocal choir together during an airborne pandemic it's been a tough challenge. The Leavenworth Village Voices, though, have proved they're up to the challenge. The 40-year-old choir returns to the Leavenworth stage for multiple Christmas concerts starting last weekend and running through December 17th.
We actually will be celebrating our 40th year of performing next year. We were founded, it's a nonprofit community choir founded in 1982 by Eleanor Calling. She also founded the Marlon Handel Ringers in Leavenworth. I mean, like many performing arts organizations, COVID's had an impact, no doubt. Of course, we didn't have a season last year, so we are reliant on ticket sales for a large part of our income, but we still had expenses but had no income from tickets. So financially, what we're doing is working hard to apply for some grants, and we actually did receive a grant from the city of Leavenworth, the lodging tax grant, and that's been immensely helpful. We were able to build a new website from that, for example, in using the year off wisely to try to accomplish some of those initiatives that we may not have had time to do otherwise. We have on all of our advertising that masks are going to be required. We are performing at other people's venues. You know, we don't have our own venue. We are guests in other people's homes, so to speak. So we will be performing at the Leavenworth Church of the Nazarene, the Snowy Owl Theater with the Icicle Creek Center for the Arts, as well as Cascade High School. A lot of venues are actually requiring vaccination, which we are not doing, but we are just requiring the courtesy of masks for those attending. And we feel like that's a small, concession to make, for the care and consideration of others.
Finally, on this Monday morning, Santa put aside a little bit of time in his busy schedule to pay a visit to the good folks at Hooked on Toys on Saturday afternoon, and he came in via helicopter, courtesy of Life Flight Network. It's all part of the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab. Our very own Eric Granstrom was there, and he filed this report.
Kirk, this year, 5th year of doing the toy drive, and it just seems to get bigger and bigger, but also the need keeps expanding, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The need continues to grow. Last year we helped serve just a little over 2,000 kids, 2,095 actually. And it continues to grow. I mean, we have first responders out here today. Just a really, really neat event we've got going on.
Well, Brenton, talk about that too, and getting the firefighters locally involved in Lifeline and Life Flight, and Santa's coming in via helicopter today. It's a pretty big deal.
It really is. And what struck me, last year we had a few of the first responders out, and it was a really popular event, and the kids loved that. And here they are this year, and it's probably, 5 times as many of the first responders here, plus Santa's coming in. What I love about it right now is that we receive phone calls. How do we become involved in that? And we're still reaching out to people, and we still need lots and lots of help, but we know that we're doing something right when we're getting a phone call asking, hey, can we help you out? And that's really important.
Donnie's here with the local fire departments, and why did you guys decide to get behind the toy drive?
We were hanging out at the firehouse last year and started talking about, it's with COVID rampaging through the community, and we started talking about there's going to be a lot of people in need this year. Reached out, made a couple contacts, and got pointed in this direction, and the rest is history. We partook in it last year. It's a huge success for the community, and we're here again this year, and we plan on doing it for years to come, and it's a great cause, and we're all very, very happy to be here and happy to be helping the community.
Lifeline Ambulance is involved this year, and tell me about your guys' involvement with the toy drive and what you're doing here today.
Well, we have our staff from the top to the bottom. We have our trailer set up. Life Flight's going to be flying in Santa Claus here at noon, and then Santa Claus is going to move into the back of the trailer. We have chairs set up so we can get photos taken with Santa Claus in the back of the trailer. We have coffee and donuts and snacks for everybody that shows up.
Well, a big day here at Hooked on Toys. As you can see, the Life Flight helicopter behind me bringing Santa Claus in so the kids could meet Santa Claus and see Santa Claus and get a picture taken with Santa Claus. Thanks to Life Flight, thanks to Lifeline Ambulance, also thanks to Ballard Ambulance and firefighters from Chelan and Douglas County for being here today to make this a very special day. And thank you for being part of the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab. We're going to be at Hooked on Toys again next weekend. There's drop-off boxes throughout the community, or you can find out more at lstoydrive.org. Thanks for being part of this very special day here at Hooked on Toys with the NCW Community Toy Drive presented by Les Schwab. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel.
Thank you, Eric. That's a cool way to make an appearance. And again, for more information, log on to lstoydrive.org. And now you're in the loop on this Monday morning. Going to be a busy day in the bullpen. I'm just feeling, my trick knees telling me we'll be busy. Gathering news, writing news, disseminating news, and broadcasting news at 5, 6, and 10. Eric in the sports desk, Grant Olson with your weather forecasting and your latest headlines. And with a preview, here's the man himself.
Good Monday morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, Lake Chelan Health will install a temporary CEO for its hospital and clinic system. We'll tell you more about that. Winter weather has arrived. I'll let you know what we can expect as we make our way through the week and your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Grandstrom has a wrap on the high school football championships, the Seahawks game yesterday with the 49ers, and the latest with the Kraken. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Don't forget, we'd love to have you get a hold of us. You got a news tip, you want to drop us a note and say hi, try to make it as easy as possible. Take a look at the bottom of your screen there. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com. You can go to our Facebook page and drop us a note on Facebook Messenger, or you can go to our homepage, ncwlife.com, and you'll see the Contact Us icon, and you're in. 20 minutes after the hour, Seahawks win a football game. The Kraken win. The Wild played over the weekend. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
From Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show, live in concert.
This holiday season, let Wild Birds Unlimited help you deliver something truly special to friends and loved ones. The gift of bird feeding. Even if you can't be together in person this year, a busy backyard bird feeder will bring a little smile and a little connection with you. We're here for you with safe, convenient shopping, whether it's in-store, at curbside, or when you order online. Wild Birds Unlimited. Joy delivered.
21 minutes after the hour, the Seahawks had not won a football game since Sunday, October 31st, Halloween, but they finally won again. Yeah, they won. They beat San Francisco last night, the final at Lumen Field, 30-23. So their three-game losing streak's a done deal. Russell Wilson shook off the rust, threw for a couple of touchdowns on the day. He said it was good to finally have a good week and have positive results on game day.
You know, we had a great week of practice this week. We were all dialed in. We stayed zoned in on what the task was. Nobody blinked. And, that's why I think we were able to win this game. This game was definitely a crazy one. There's a lot of, it felt like a crazy NFC West, battle, obviously going back and forth between two great teams. But we remained neutral along the way. Didn't get too high, didn't get too low. We were able to execute when we needed to, had some key third down conversions and everything else, and obviously scoring in the red zone was huge for us. That was really great to see Etcher score a touchdown, his first touchdown. To see Tyler Lockett make that great catch in the back corner was a really special play. The defense was lights out, making plays. Just seeing the turnovers they were able to get, that was key. And I think the fans were amazing tonight too as well. That really helped as well, especially in that last little stretch of the game.
Seattle got on the board first in a cool way. The first possession of the game, a fake punt. Yeah, Travis Homer took it 75 yards all the way to the end zone. Coach Pete Carroll said after the game, hey, the monkey is off our back.
And I'm really happy that our guys got a chance to get in the locker room and have fun with it and get a great win. No matter when you get one, it's great. And this one was much needed and there was a lot to celebrate in the game. A lot of huge plays. The big special teams play to start the game off was just great design by Izzo and Larry Izzo and Tracy Smith to take advantage of something they saw, and then perfect execution by the guys on there. And of course, Homer does the scoring. Valor's blocking down. Everybody did great on that one. That's just an amazing play. It was exciting for our guys to get AD a touchdown today, so we could tie the great Jim Brown and whatever. That was just for fun, and thrilled that he got a chance to do that and have him with us on this game. I think that was a great illustration of, a guy just hanging tough and believing in himself, and we believed in him also. Gave him a chance with his matchup today. Totally came through and had a big day with the sack for the safety is gorgeous, and then of course the big play at the end. Knocking the ball up in the air, huge plays, and he was bringing the heat all day long as well.
Of course, Coach Pete's talking about Carlos Dunlop, who had that big knockdown at the end of the game, and the safety. He played really, really well. Seattle heads to Houston. On Sunday, they'll take on the Texans at 10 a.m. on Fox. The Seattle Kraken also notched a win over the weekend. Friday, they took down the Edmonton Oilers 4-3 at Climate Pledge Arena. Seattle opened the scoring early for the Kraken on a goal by Yanni Gourde, just 49 seconds into the game.
Leon Draisaitl with 41 points. Here's Donato. One-timer. Score! Yanni Gourde! 49 seconds in. Seattle off and running. Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, they play catch. All the way across. They score. Leon Draisaitl. And hand it off for McCann. Cross ice. It's Larson. Adam Larson right in. He scores! There's a story. Adam Larson against his former team. Diagonally across, Bouchard tees it up. He scores! Short side, Evan Bouchard. Nullified in the center zone by Sheahan, now splitting the D. Blackwell, he's right in. He scores! What a goal! Colin Blackwell and the Kraken are back on top. Alex Wenberg, good pass for Oleksiak. Right back again. Wenberg out in front. They score! That's hockey, baby! Marcus Johansson right on the money. Even terms on the ice where it counts. Kraken by 2. Bouchard with a shot tipped. They score! Connor McDavid out in front. Barry in control. The final push right through the middle. Caught by Grubauer. That's Kraken hockey.
They've won 5 of their last 7 games. They're going to have a tough task tonight, though. Pittsburgh's in town. The Penguins are really, really good. They'll take on the Kraken for the first time in franchise history. It's the Penguins and the Kraken, 7 o'clock tonight on Root Sports Northwest. As far as the Wenatchee Wild, they did not have the same kind of luck in a 2-game stretch north of the border. On Friday, Cade Littler's 6th goal of the season midway through the 3rd period sent Wenatchee and Merritt into overtime, but Ben Ward, who plays for Merritt, won it for the home team 4 minutes into the extra session, 4-3. The final. Then on Saturday, 3,000 people packing the South Okanagan Event Center to see the Penticton Vees jump out to a 4-0 lead. They cruise to their 5-3, the final, scoring goals for the Wild. Brett Oberle, Jack Ivey, and Cade Stibbe. Wenatchee is back home to practice this week. Then they go back to Merritt on Saturday and West Kelowna on Sunday. The State High School Football Championships decided over the weekend. Graham Kapowson won his first ever State 4A title with a 44-7 win over Lake Stevens. Bellevue, once again the 3A champ. They beat Kennewick 17-13. Linden won the 2A title by downing Tumwater 21-7. Royal captured his 10th state championship in school history, blowing out Eatonville 41-0. Kalama edged Napavine for the 2B title 16-14, and Elmira Cooley Heartline is the 1B champion after a 50-20 win over Quilcene. To the Les Schwab boys basketball scoreboard from Friday, Eastmont beat Chelan in a high-scoring affair, 97-81. Chiawana dumped Moses Lake, Natchez Valley down Cascade. Brewster beat Kettle Falls. Soap Lake stopped Bridgefield. Antioch was 28 points better than Waterville, Mansfield, and Davenport over Liberty Bell. All right, on Saturday, to the Les Schwab boys basketball scoreboard we go. Wenatchee edged Ridgeline 53-51. Post Falls defended its home court against Moses Lake. Zilla, no trouble with Kashmir. Quincy quieted Wahluke. Riverside Christian walloped Waterville, Mansfield, and Manson stopped Soap Lake. Girls scores on Friday from our friends at Les Schwab. Chelan downing Eastmont 45-21. Chiawana edged Moses Lake 45-78. Natchez Valley eased past Cascade 65-23. Brewster edging Soap Lake. Bridgeport beat Soap Lake. Liberty Bell down Davenport, and Waterville Mansfield stayed unbeaten with a 54-38 win over Antioch. And then on the girls' action for Saturday, Wenatchee earned their first win of the season, edging Ridgeline, as you see there. Ferris clipping Moses Lake by 1. Kashmir remained unbeaten with a 59-49 win over Zilla. Quincy beat up on Wahluke, and Manson moved by Soap Lake. To the college basketball scoreboard we go. Gonzaga has now lost 2 in a row. They lost to Alabama in the battle in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena, 91-82. USC escaped Pullman with a 63-61 win over the Cougars. Eastern Washington bet Omaha's challenge. They won 92-81. Sunday's game for the Huskies and UCLA, a forfeit against the Huskies because of COVID situations in their program. Women's college basketball, Gonzaga beat Wyoming in Spokane on Friday. 54-47, Washington State continues to roll with a 71-69 win over UC Davis. And Haley Van Lith led 10th-ranked Louisville with 16 points and 5 rebounds. They beat Belmont 80-66. Montana State moving into the FCS playoffs. Montana outscoring Eastern Washington 24-7 in the third quarter. They went on for a 57-41 win in Missoula. And Montana State held UT Martin to 178 total yards of offense in a 26-7 victory. The Bobcats' Tami Malott rushing for 180 yards and a couple of touchdowns to lead the way. So Montana will take on James Madison Friday at 3 o'clock on ESPN2. In the quarterfinals, Montana State will be in Huntsville, Texas against Sam Houston Saturday night at 5:30 on ESPN+. Washington State is heading to Texas on New Year's Eve to play in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. They're taking on Miami. They played Miami in the Sun Bowl back in 2015. The Cougars and the Hurricanes Friday, December 1st, 9 a.m. on CBS. Both teams 7-5 on the year. And the college football playoffs, the semifinals are set. Number 1 Alabama will take on number 4 Cincinnati in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. The Crimson Tide, of course, won the SEC championship game Saturday night over Georgia, 41-64. Cincinnati winning the AAC title with a 35-20 win over Houston. The other semifinal features number 2 Michigan and number 3 Georgia in the Capital One Orange Bowl. Wolverines beating Iowa in a laugher. And so there you go. We're good to go. College football, the bowl season's almost here. Those are just some of the games that people are playing at the bottom of the hour. The obscure holiday of the day today. Today is Put On Your Own Shoes Day. Probably one of the stranger holidays we celebrate around here. There are a number of countries that do this tradition. They leave their shoes out to be filled by Kris Kringle with presents and toys and candy. This must be where it came from because, I don't know, I mean, Put On Your Own Shoes Day? I did some interesting research on shoes. High heels, of course, we associate high heels with women, but it was actually originally invented for men's shoes way back in the old ancient days of the cavalry in Persia. They designed boots with really high heels because it kept the boot in the stirrup on those long trips across the country on a horse. Heels were then spread throughout Europe and eventually became associated with women's shoes and fashion. There you go. Put On Your Own Shoes Day today. It's the only one I could find that interested me. 32 minutes after the hour. Today in history. December 6th, 1790. That would be 231 years ago today. We moved. The United States Congress and the federal government moved from New York City to Philadelphia. And the only reason I bring this up, we've all moved. I think the last statistic I saw that the average person moves like 9 times in their adult life, roughly. The only reason I bring this up, that the capital moved from New York City to Philadelphia on this date in 1790, is that we need to move the capital out of Washington, D.C. to someplace in the Midwest, Nebraska, Kansas City, something like that. Because what do you do when you move? What do you do when you move? You throw a bunch of junk out you don't need anymore. You throw it out, right? I mean, just piles and piles of junk, and you get rid of it. I can't think of a city that needs more stuff thrown out of it. I mean, there's departments and bureaus and agencies that don't really do things anymore. We can take the Capitol and the White House. They're nice buildings. The Supreme Court building's pretty cool, Smithsonian. We just take them all up and move them out to Omaha, and then whatever's left over, we just hold a big garage sale. Personal feeling. The Capitol moved on this date in 1790. 64 years ago today, let's see, the Soviets launched Sputnik 1 in October. Big success. Scared the bejesus out of people. Now we got to send a satellite. And then they did it again in November. Sputnik 2 went up. Another satellite orbiting the Earth. The United States said, we got to get on this. And so on this date, roll footage, December 6th, 1957, 64 years ago today, it was our turn to launch a satellite into space for the very first time. Take that, Soviet Union. You don't have the whole deal. That's the Vanguard TV3, America's first artificial satellite to be launched into space. And they launched it from Cape Canaveral on this date, 64 years ago today. There it goes, the great, oh, wait a minute. Oh, man, that ain't good. Yeah, it didn't work. What exactly happened, they never could quite figure out. So, the Vanguard TV3, America's first opportunity to launch a artificial satellite into space to catch up with the Soviet Union, didn't go as planned. That was 64 years ago today. And December 6, 1973, 48 years ago today, before the 25th Amendment, when the office of the vice presidency became vacant, either by death or assuming the presidency or whatever reason, the office of the vice president was vacant until the next election cycle. And it happened a lot. It happened a lot. There were a number of vice presidential vacancies that lasted for years. Harry Truman took over in 1945. He didn't have a vice president until 1949. Somebody decided we needed to do something about that, and so on this date, for the first and only time in this country's history, Section 2 of the 25th Amendment was actually invoked when Gerald R. Ford was voted into the vice presidency by the House of Representatives. The Senate had already done it, and he was sworn in as vice president for the first and only time. The Section 2 of the 25th Amendment was invoked. Gerald Ford, who would eventually, of course, take over for Nixon. Finally, 35 minutes after the hour, birthdays. Joyce Kilmer, Joyce Kilmer was a guy, by the way, as you see there, died in World War I at the age of 31. I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to play, a tree that may in summer wear a robin's nest in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Joyce Kilmer. That's what Joyce Kilmer is known for. Born and stayed in 1886. And the guy who founded Craigslist, guess what his first name was? And still is. It's Craig. The guy who founded Craigslist, Craig Newmark, is 69 years old today. All right, 36 minutes after the hour. Have an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. And all this week, they are celebrating Computer Science Education Week at the North Central Educational Services District with different things happening all week long in the evening hours. And we're going to talk to Tami McBride and Stefan Troutman about that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
While it may be hard to resist those big brown eyes and pleading face, many people aren't aware that people food can be dangerous to pets. And it's not just because of the added weight gain. Some foods are downright dangerous, including chocolate. For a detailed list of dangerous foods, go online to pawsandclawsvh.com. If you suspect your pet has eaten something dangerous, please call Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff at 888-PAWS, as your pet's health is important to us.
Saturday, December 4th, RLS Productions presents the West Coast Best Bon Jovi and Journey tribute bands at the Wenatchee Convention Center. Non Jovi will bring back the stadium rock of the 80s, and the Infinity Project celebrates Journey, one of rock and roll's greatest hitmakers. Guests may enjoy an exquisite dinner before the concert, or just the concert. Dinner and concert tickets are available at rlstickets.com. That's rlstickets.com.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
Who are you talking to? I told you, knock it off!
End the cycle. Call SAGE, Safety, Advocacy, Growth, and Empowerment. Get private, anonymous counseling. Learn how SAGE can help you. Receive legal assistance and protection. SAGE also offers a safe place for you and your children. Of course, a hug from Hank always helps. SAGE can help you move on with your life. Call SAGE today.
Hi, I'm Eric Granstrom with the NCW Live channel.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with Country 104.7 KKRV.
Well, Brent, it's that time of year again.
It's the NCW Community Toy Drive, presented by Les Schwab.
Thanks to you, last year we provided toys to over 1,800 needy children in our area.
But the need this year is even greater. So please drop off a new unwrapped toy at any one of our drop boxes throughout the region.
To learn more about the Toy Drive and the organizations we support, head to lstoydrive.org.
The NCW Community Toy Drive.
Presented by Les Schwab.
In a world afraid of technology, one man, one show will bring you the newest innovations that may just change your life. This summer, Ray McNeil and your Weekly Tech Update is your Weekly Tech Update with Ray McNeil.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, pizza, what a great food. Everybody, kids, old people, even liberals love pizza. I mean, succulent dough, rich spicy spaghetti gravy covered with mozzarella cheese. What could be better? But I got news for you. You don't put fruit on pizza. If you put pineapple on your food, call it a fruit cup a la mode, call it pineapple pie, call it any doggone friggin' you want to, but don't call it pizza. I mean, you don't just put tomato soup and American cheese on a piece of white bread and call it a taco, do you? No. So don't be an idiot. If it's got pineapple on it, it ain't pizza. Okay, that's settled. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's not just my opinion, that's a fact.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington since 1984, providing the finest Bryant systems for both your heating and cooling needs. Along with prompt and professional service for both your residential and commercial needs, they also offer service and maintenance on your gas fireplaces. As always, Arctic is available 24 hours a day for any of your emergency calls. Whatever it takes, Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, the temperature experts.
The Culinary Apple in downtown Chelan is your specialty gift and gourmet cooking store. Find everything from homemade fudge to kitchen gadgets for your favorite chef. Your holiday shopping is a one-stop experience at the Culinary Apple.
This Christmas, shipping and receiving is more important than ever. Jerry and Sherry are here to help. Mailboxes Chelan provides everything you need to get that special gift delivered for the holidays. Given this year's challenges, you must ship early. Visit Mailboxes Chelan today.
Highlander Grill and Golf Course is known as one of the finest wedding venues in the Wenatchee area. You do not have to be a member to come to Highlander. Highlander Golf Course offers a first-class backdrop for your wedding day. Our friendly professional staff will ensure your wedding and reception is picture perfect, from every moment leading up to the I do's to when the lights go down at the end of your reception. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.
Now on Wenatchee Avenue, Value Plus Medical Supply, your one place for expert customer service. You'll find a large selection of lift chairs, scooters, power wheelchairs, and other medical supplies. Come see your local provider, Value Plus Medical Supply.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled out the new line of custom e-bikes. They have three-way adjustable folding e-bikes and full-size mountain e-bikes. Pedal assist on the throttle makes them a perfect fit for any rider. Green Motion e-bikes in the Mills Brothers building.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We are once again high atop the lovely campus here at the North Central Educational Services District here in Old Station. You know what that means. It's time to talk to Tami again, and a new guy. We love Tami. Tami McBride is the career-based learning. What is your career-based?
Career-connected learning specialist.
Career-connected. I don't know how you even put that on a business card. Stefan, introduce yourself to our television family.
I'm the instructional technology coach for North Central ESD. So,
I didn't even know that existed. What exactly do you do?
It didn't exist until September. So yeah, there you go. You can be forgiven for that one. So my job is to go around to districts and support just with the blending of educational technology into classrooms with teachers.
Yeah, so this job was created for you in mind, or there was a job created
Me
you applied
specifically,
Yeah.
I'm the one and only. No, there's actually one of us in every ESD. So there's 9 ESDs. It was supported by a House bill. And everything that's gone on in the last 18 months, which probably doesn't need a reminder, drove the need to bring in some specific ed tech support across the state.
Which kind of ties into what we're talking about, because this week is Computer Science Education Week, and each day this week, there's something specific tying into what Tami and Stefan do regarding Computer Science Education Week, which is a nationwide thing, or is it?
Yeah, so Hour of Code is a 1-hour event, and it's held during Computer Science Education Week, which is hosted global, like around the world, the first week of December. And it's to bring awareness to computer science and basically give you the idea that CS is for everyone. Anyone can code, and anyone can learn the basics. So
Even old guys like me?
Oh yeah.
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 But the idea is to get the kids to understand, to grasp that this is a skill you have to have if you're going to go anywhere in life. You don't have to necessarily learn how to write computer code.
Yeah.
But you're going to be working, it doesn't matter what you do for the rest of your life, you're going to be working with a computer, aren't you?
Yeah, bringing awareness to any kind of computer science is basically the goal of it. So not only are we hosting and helping support districts across our region, we're also, like you said, hosting our own 5 events, one every day this week.
Starting today on this Monday as we talk reprogramming your future.
Yes.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can. We have a special guest that will be talking about how she won the upskill with the NCW Tech Alliance last year, and how she is a brand new graphic designer and completely changed her career path because she won. So we've got that tonight from 6 until 7. And then tomorrow, shout out to 12's, hint, we have a mystery celebrity guest that will be joining us for Hour of Code from 6 to 7 tomorrow night. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's
I guess we'll just have to find out.
one of my favorites, 12's.
Okay. Now I'm getting excited. Okay.
Former 12.
Okay.
And then, so we'll be coding with that mystery celebrity. And then on Wednesday,
That's
we've
when you
got
take over.
our esports family trivia night.
And of course, whenever anybody thinks esports, just sit around playing video games. But we find out that's not the case at all, is it?
Yeah, the hope really is to bridge that gap between kids who are playing these games and are involved in the industry and parents who are maybe looking at that going, I don't want my kid to grow up and just sit in front of a screen all day and just play video games. And the way I like to talk to parents and teachers about that is if you think of like the Seahawks and there's 52 players on a team, well, there's a whole other host of people that go into making not just that team run, but the industry run. And so if parents walk away from the evening on Wednesday thinking, wow, there's a lot more to this than I thought, that's great. But we also hope that they're going to have a good time, because we're going to do this in a trivia format. We're bringing in some people from the industry. We're going to goof around a little bit. We roped some people in from the ESD to play with us, and I'll be driving the whole thing. So it's going to be really excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
There are people out there who make a living playing video games, but the bigger living is actually designing and writing code for video games. This is a huge industry, and it's going to get nothing but bigger. A kid out there might find his true path by participating on this on Wednesday. The moment of epiphany may happen. Right
Graphic
there.
design, coding, collaboration, teamwork, marketing, it's all in there. And it really is a multi-million-dollar global industry. It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. That's Wednesday of Computer Science Education Week, Hour of Code. Thursday, Women in Power. I read this statistic, and I thought this is insane. Latino women make up 28% of their community. Only 3% of a Latino woman actually work in the technology workforce. That sucks. How do we fix that?
Well, we are hosting Women in Tech Power Hour. We have a special guest from the Nuevo Foundation, which is an amazing, incredible woman in tech who will be doing an event with us. It's an hour. We'll be coding. We'll be doing our own CS activity with her, and to just kind of bring awareness to women, as you know. It can be anybody. So.
It can be anybody, absolutely. And Friday is a Free Cash Friday. I'm in on that. What do I do?
Yeah. So the NCW Tech Alliance is hosting their Upskillathon all of the month of December. And so they are hosting a half-an-hour event at noon, not at 6. And that's on Friday. And you can learn about the Upskillathon and have a chance to win a couple of cash prizes on Friday.
Ooh,
so
cool.
Yeah.
So what's your involvement? Are you going to be super busy next week, Tammy? Do you have your fingerprints all over this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we're helping support a more than handful of districts in our region that are putting on their own events. We gifted some some prizes for kiddos that, just to make it more fun. And then obviously our own events will be, I'll be paying a little visit to all of those places and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot going on next week, but it'll be fun.
It sounds fascinating. It really does. Obviously, the next question people go, "What did I get a flyer from the school? How do I do this? My kid's gonna want to sit in on your deal or want to be involved in this. What do we do?"
Sure. All of our stuff is on our website, the North Central Educational website. Also, it's all splattered on the Apple STEM Network page. And they can also reach out to me, obviously, and I can give them the flyer, the link, anything that they want. And
a super special surprise celebrity guest on Tuesday who's not me. So that might be worth it.
Yeah.
Computer Science Education. Do we get everything in there? Do we cover all the bases?
I think that's it.
How do I get your job? Your job sounds like it's a blast.
You've got to be super lucky and have a Zoom interview where you can trick them. It's great. All sorts of things.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'd love to talk to more people about it for sure. It's definitely an emerging market, and it's been a ton of fun.
We'll make arrangements with the lovely and talented Becca there to get you on a one-on-one basis, because now that you've done the Wake Up Wenatchee Valley show, you know how easy it really is.
There you go.
So there you go. All right. It's good to see you. Have a good education week, all right?
Hey, thanks. We will.
And by the way, for you viewers out there, I know you can get a brand new, unused refrigerator for a really good deal. Call me here at the station. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer. I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Fall in love with high-speed internet from Localtel Communications. Cuddle up and stream unlimited movies and TV with SureStream TV. With speeds up to 1 gig, you can download music, apps, and games in seconds. Shop, stream, surf, and game like never before when you fall in love with Localtel. Call 509-888-8888 today.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
From public health to politics to education and everything in between, come along with me as I take a look at the important stories and issues that matter to all of us here in North Central Washington. I'm a freelance journalist and opinion columnist who has covered everything from illegal militias to mom and pop shops, and now I'm bringing my unique, historically rooted perspective to the stories that matter most. I'm Dominic Bonney. Join me for a daily dose on NCW Life.
And we are back here on this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. 28 degrees, overcast skies. Right now, we'll see the sun breaking out here a little bit as the day progresses. Light snow, we're told, in Chelan right now. Omak is getting some light snow. Even Dryden is getting some light snow. Yeah, let's take a look at what we have out there. Is that snow, Uriah? Wow, it's snowing on the heights anyway. It's not going to last particularly long. Take a look at this map here. This is the snow today. As you can see, for the big swath of our viewing area up north towards Chelan and even up towards the Omak-Okanagan area, not a lot of snow. It's going to come, it's going to go. That's really about it. The Columbia Basin will be pretty dry. Most of the snow is going to be relegated to the Cascades, where it continues to snow at a pretty good clip. Right now, traction tires are advised on Stevens with compact snow and ice on the roadway, advised on Blewett. Chains are required right now on I-90. But the snow that's coming down right now in the mountain passes is supposed to be tapering off by mid to late morning. And then the next round comes in Tuesday night into Wednesday. And this is when we're talking about some significant snow up in the Cascades. So once this first system goes through, they're going to get a break for most of the afternoon and most of the day tomorrow. Tuesday night, next system comes in for the mountain passes, 1 to 3 inches possible Tuesday night. Wednesday, 3 to 5 inches. Wednesday night, an additional 3 to 5 inches. Thursday, an additional 2 to 4 inches. Anywhere from 10 to 15 to even 18 inches of snow expected on Stevens, not as much on Snoqualmie, but winter driving conditions have now returned to the Cascades after things were quite quiet up there. And a quick heads up on Wednesday, as the system I just talked about going to bring rather gusty conditions across the inland northwest. We're going to get mild. We're going to warm up to the mid-40s anyway by Wednesday and Thursday. Temperature's not going to be the problem, but watch out for the wind. Quite windy at times on Wednesday. Real quickly, here's what we're looking at. We'll see some sun breaks later on today. 36 for the afternoon high, just about normal. 30 for the overnight low. Quiet again on Tuesday. Maybe a couple of degrees warmer on Tuesday. Under patchy morning fog, it burns off to sunshine. We'll get up to about 38. The story on Wednesday is going to be mild temperatures and windy conditions, and we'll be above normal for most of the rest of the week. That's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.